Hello there, this is RC. So this is Crimson Tide, or Operation Crimson Tide. We've just completed the first turn. Germany has not done its turn yet for turn 2, but I'm going to move the calendar up. And I'll give you a little rundown on what's going on. Germany's at 22, Japan 16, the British are at 11, the Italians are at 10, Russia's still at 8, the French are up to 7, KMT and USA are both tied at 6. FEC's at 5, Australia's at 3, and Canada and the CCP are both tied at 2. And that's our income. The only real changes are there was an annexation by Germany, and the French and the British both went up $1. So that's all that really happened there. Technology, on the other hand, we've had a few things happen. The Americans and the Germans both got heavy bombers. Pardon me as I walk around the table here. The Americans also got long-range aircraft. The British and the French are stacked together along with the Germans and the Russians on wartime economy. And the Russians also got improved factories. So I think it's me and Italy that, Japan and Italy, that got nothing. Everybody else got something, so it is what it is. Technology. There's a reason why I'm building factories. Now I get 2 rolls next turn instead of just 1. My odds are like 50% then, I think. Alright, so let's take a peek at the map here. Do a little bit of jumping around. The Americans spent $3 on an influence roll, and that's all they did. So they're currently sitting at $9, I believe. And what else happened here? The end of the American turn, we got. Oh no, Pitsy, you gotta get off my table, dude. I don't want to rearrange everything. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh God. Anyway, the Americans did the alignment roll. I'm gonna have to look at some videos and readjust everything. So far, he just knocked over some neutrals, which is okay. They did the random events, and Argentina and Brazil ended up declaring war on each other, so that's fun. What else did we have happen? Oh, come on. Oh, God. Yeah. Let's get you off my table. Well, that was fun. Time to do some cleanup here. Jesus. Anyhow, I might as well just stop this. All right, RC, I'm back. The cat's off the table. I fixed everything. I've done a couple of adjustments. Latin America is still not 100% because there's a few things, unless they get involved like this, like they have a battleship now instead of what they normally would have. There's a couple of air bases, a fighter, and, oh, that's supposed to be a, that's not a battleship there. That's a coastal defense ship. I'll have to switch it out. And that's really what's going on. So build chart wise, let's show you what's going on here. The allies didn't really change anything on the build chart except for the FEC built a built a fortification, or started one in Calcutta, and any of the subs and destroyers that were on the place units charts have been removed. Other than that, not much happened. All right, let's fly over to Spain here. I kind of gave you a rundown of Spain last time when I, that's a little too zoomed in. There we go. All right, so I kind of gave you a rundown on Spain when I did the corrections there, but I'll go over it again anyway here briefly. So the Germans lend-leased the fighter, the Italians lend-leased a light tank. Germany successfully took this place here, Austria, Bavaria, and they moved the units from Spanish Morocco up and placed them up here. Their navy was sitting there. The Russians then took their turn and they knocked out the navy. Pretty standard stuff. Both of those things are pretty much the smart thing to do. Why not? All right, what else happened here? attack over here by the Russians. They knocked out the unit, but they lost their units. Attack up here by the Russian controlled Spanish in red there. They were successful, so it ended up being basically a tie there. They got successful recruitment roll, so yeah, the German controlled player in purple there, they lost an artillery and 2 infantry, and the Russian controlled player in red lost 3 infantry, so but they got the recruitment roll and at least another militia as well. So that's basically what happened there. Russia also attempted a influence over here. They were not successful, but so be it. Let's see what else happened. Turkey. Let's just jump right to Turkey because it's kind of interesting here. So the alliance of the Axis is over here, Italy and Germany, and Italy was successful in their role. They paid $1 to Greece. Turkey will get that money for whoever gets it. Germany did the same thing but failed. Russia did the same thing but failed. And both of the allies of Britain and France did not participate in the Turkey influence roles this turn. They worried about other things, which are of interest, so we'll go over those in a second here. Now let's see, what else did we do? Abyssinia was fought by Italy, and they were successful. I think it was 2 infantry and 2 militia on either side. So there you go. That extra cavalry colonial was handy to have, I guess. So there you go. Let's go over who's next here. Russia, what else did they do? They placed a couple of boats down here, and that's about it. They, besides their influence rolls, I think that was it. They saved a couple bucks. Germany annexed Austria. Good move. 2 up for them, 2 up for the Allies, but with Italy being bumped up from version 2, it kind of balances out, giving the French an extra income roll, or extra income increase from that. They also placed a destroyer and a sub from their place units box, the startup, and they moved the sub down to 33. Now the British, they placed, I believe it was a sub and a destroyer in either one of these places. I'm not sure from the place units box. And they did some shuffling of units. I can't recall exactly what they built. Oh, I think they built an anti-aircraft gun in London and South Africa. They did a bunch of other moving around, like we got this frigate coming down here. We got a bunch of Navy that the French and British both moved together over here. France placed a sub or whatever was on the place units chart there. Got some Navy moving around. A couple of transports down here. I assume that has something to do with this colonial expansion, because we got a French colonial that was built. We got British colonial that was already on the map. The British built this anti-aircraft gun, moving the submarine down from FEC. Upgraded that guy as well from a militia. So we'll see what's all going on. The French upgraded this guy. The French upgraded the guy in Syria, and they built another colonial here in Anatonkin, I think it is. Yeah, Anatonkin, something along that line. And that's the fortification, like I was saying. Basically, the British are in that, the Allies are in that mode, the British and French, where they're just shuffling around units because they kind of need to. And they got plans, who knows what they are, and they're moving stuff around. So we got some Navy that's been moved over here, from here and here. Sub that's over here. We got some more Navy over there. And the Australians are going on this long trek, it looks like, up to Canada there. And with this transport here to grab those 2 Canadian units. All right. Let's look at China and Japan at the same time, because why not? Let's move over just a little bit. There you go. You can see all the units that moved. So I moved the Navy that was here over there, upgraded the factory, started a new major, built a colonial, and moved a guy over from there. That's about it. Moved some Navy back, so I got a little bit more Navy on the American side. The KMT moved their boat from here to here. They built 2 extra infantry, essentially, in Szechuan, I think they did some moving around, but essentially the setup, the only thing that's different is there's 2 more infantry here. CCP tried an influence roll over there. It was unsuccessful. They didn't have a lot of luck with their rolls last turn, so I'm hoping they get something next turn. That's the problem with rolls, just like tech, you never know. And that is more or less it. There's been some transport moving, some Navy moving, a little bit of building. It's the first turn. Not too much happens. Anyway, enjoy. I'll be back next time when I do my second turn as Japan.